Welcome to the magnificent Mbombela Stadium, the venue for FC Augsburg's first friendly as part of their special summer tour to the Mpumalanga province in South Africa, the very first time the club has held a pre-season training camp outside of Europe. The opponents for Saturday's friendly to kick off the Mpumalanga Premiers International Cup were Tanzanian champions Young African Sports Club, also known simply as Yanga. A real honour for Augsburg to take on the record champions of Tanzania, and they were hoping to kick on from last weekend's 3-0 win over Schwaben Augsburg in their opening pre-season friendly. Augsburg all in white with the first chance after 4 minutes. Elvis Rex Bachai almost opening the scoring early doors. A good pull back into the centre, the shot perhaps a little bit too central, and an easy enough save in the end for Djigui Diarra in goal for Yanga. It would be a busy first half for him too. New signings up front, Samuel Essende and Steve Meunier combining, and his cross almost sneaking its way in under the crossbar. It needed tipping over. The resulting corner taken by Arne Engels, and Meunier's there again, really showing his strengths and what we could perhaps expect to see from him this season in Augsburg colours. Not quite dealt with yet. Tim Breithout with the ball to the back post, and Kevin Schlotterbeck given offside. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, even if the decision wasn't the right one. Both sides keen to get stuck in what was comfortable 20 degrees inside the impressive Mbombela Stadium, although they will have been hoping to have more spectators fill out what was one of the 10 venues at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. There would have been plenty of action for them to enjoy in this first half as well. The next chance for Meunier. Shrugging off the defenders, turning well, holding his own and getting the shot away. This time unable to beat Diarra. Augsburg with great play in attack in these opening 20 minutes or so. The pull back into the centre for Rex Bachai. And he should have done better perhaps. Nice to see him playing again though, following his metatarsal fracture back in April, and looking good so far too. First chance down the other end for the side from Tanzania. And the crossbar struck from Maxi Nzengeli. The danger not clear yet. The follow-up this time from Aziz Ki. And the first save needed from Daniel Klein against one of the three clubs involved in this Mpumalanga Premiers International Cup, with FCR set to take on TS Galaxy next weekend aside from South Africa. And then in the 38th minute, finally the breakthrough. A lovely little flick on, and the finish at the near post from Mads Pedersen. 1-0 to Augsburg. Good little piece of football here. A nice little first time touch through from Rex Bachai. And perhaps the Mali international goalkeeper should have done better with it. But it was enough to give Augsburg the lead at the interval, the last chance of the half. And it was a chance for Jes Torup to swap out his whole team, not only to give everyone a chance to showcase themselves, including youngsters like 17-year-old goalkeeper Tobias Jäger, but also to balance the intensity with the players having completed their first training session in South Africa the day before. Another young gun had the first noticeable chance of the second half, 19-year-old Mert Kermer, who already got his first taste of Bundesliga football last season, even scoring against Bayer Leverkusen. He came close to finding the net here too, brilliantly set up by Kabadai. Straight down the other end. It was the turn of Argentine coach Miguel Angel Gamondi's side to try their luck. Clement Mzize striking the outside of the post with this curling effort. But it looked as though Jäger just about had it covered. Augsburg on the attack, not so many highlights in this second half. Arne Meyer finding Niklas Dorsch on the edge of the box, didn't quite get his foot wrapped around it. Dorsch, who played the first half last week, utilised in the second half this time around. The half volley connection wasn't as sweet as he was hoping for and slips wide. Into the final 10 minutes then of this second half. An exciting ending in store. The pullback from Okugawa, tucked away by Philip Tietz to make it 2-0 to FC Augsburg. Philip Tietz, the second top goal scorer from last season, finishing behind only Erin Demirovic in the end. And that's already his second goal of pre-season 2. Well spotted by the Japanese. And an easy enough finish for Tietz. Yanga weren't finished there though. 2-0 down, still motivated. It was a good performance from them in the second half, and they got their goal too. A nice cross from Maxi on the left. And in the middle, it was the number 11, Jean Baleka, with a brilliant header to beat Jaeger at his near post. No chance for the goalkeeper. 2-1 in the 86th minute. And then again, another cross from Maxi into stoppage time, but just missing the target. Augsburg lucky not to concede a late equaliser, but that's how it finished. 2-1 to Augsburg in the end. But this trip to South Africa has so much more in store. Not just hard work on the training ground and another friendly next Saturday, but also a chance to take in the culture here in Mpumalanga, to meet the locals and see the sights, with a trip to the Kruger National Park on the agenda very soon too. The Bundesliga season ahead, of course, has top priority, but the experience along the way is important too, and it's sure to be a special one.